Hey, hello. Hey, I'm actually on time. That's a surprise, eh? I'm actually with it tonight. Hey, feel free to hang out and watch tonight's crafty fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm just gonna give it a good minute before I flip to the next view here. Get my desk a little more arranged. How you doing? You having fun on this lovely, lovely Thursday? It's a good one. Nice weather here in southern Ontario, actually. And I just got totally scrolling distracted. Okay, I'm putting the phone away. I did not need to look at distractions. Let's get going. Hey, it's me. Hi, 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 hi. All right, lots to cover. And oh my god, I forgot to grab one thing. Whatever. There's a new Stampin' Up catalog. Of course, I don't have mine out. That's all right. All right, I'll think about it at the end. We'll see how we're going. We're gonna get started. We're going to first go through the prizes of the purchasing for April, because I don't know what month it is, apparently. And then as well, the comments for last week's video. So first things first is I got to make a couple new spinny wheels. Now, I just printed these online at work today. So we're going to do the it's not larger, but there's 7, 5, and 7. So let's do number 7 first. So what I do is I go on the internet and I go look up the circles and I print one. I just printed these at work as a quick, get myself going for tonight. So what I like to do is keep one as the official, and then the other one gets cut up into pieces. So hopefully, let's see if all these are the exact same shape. I certainly hope so. Then I'll just have to cut one. And then I have spinny wheels for doing prize draws for the future. I'm starting to get a good collection of them here. So let's see. Yep. I'm pretty confident. Yep. Okay, I'm pretty confident here. Alright. So now we have a template. Let's put it off to the side. Let's use some retired paper. So what's new in Stampin' Up! World is we have a whole new catalog. So everything you've known up until now has retired. We got whole new collections and stuff's happening, which is actually really exciting. So I've got those old Memories and More card packs, card and envelopes in card pack that I've had from way back in the day. So we're just going to use these because they're really great scraps of paper. And speaking of scraps, I want to see what I have for scraps that might suit what we're doing. And all the excess pieces I'll throw back into my little baggie for future reference, because that might be the perfect size. It is. So some of these strips will do for tonight. Because we gotta do this times 2. Because I got this version to do for a spinning wheel. So I figured I'll just craft these on video as a fun way. So I'm just getting all these packed into my little baggie. Alright, so let's get going. So I also need a pencil or pen, but I'm gonna use a pencil. That's a colored pencil. I had a pencil. You know what? My pencil's hiding from me again. I had one. Oh, I see now. Okay. I don't use pencil often, but there's a pencil. It's an IKEA pencil. I'm going to use my IKEA pencil. Alright, so these were pieces of envelopes, but they're going to suit tonight's purchase concept very well. Alright, so let's... Yeah, just use the back side. Why not? So I need a total of 7 of these buggers. So I'm just cutting that out. And then after we do this 2 spinning wheels, we will get to tonight's purpose, which is the replay catch-up of my card class. So there's one. So I'm just slightly off camera. I'm just going to start laying them on. That way I have an idea of where I'm at. So we got a blue one. Let's get a green one going. Oops, I moved. And I'm just having a kitty blonde moment. That's okay. Even though I got a little tiny piece that cuts off there, I've been saving the scraps, and it's occurred to me I have no idea where I put that piece of scrap. That's okay. Because what I've been doing is any leftover tiny pieces of our designer series paper, I've been turning into pieces that I can use for a shaker card. So I want to keep all those little goodness of pieces. I'm just checking I throw it in here. No, I have not. It must be disappeared on the table somewhere. That's okay. So I've got 2. Now I'm kind of wondering how many more of these can I get out of it? I can get 3. So 1, 2, 3. I can definitely get 3 off of here. So I'm just going to keep going actually. And try to get as much as I can. I don't really care about the color so much. I just want... I'll probably blend with a little bit of other because I got to do 2 wheels anyway. So let's just finish this piece regardless. And even though the other wheel is going to be a different size, and that's okay. Because then what I'll do is some in this paper, and we'll do some of the other one too, just to kind of break it up a little. Alright, so I've got that. And my little scraps I can put away. And we'll see where we are in a bit. So continue the process. I'm like super deep in thought working on this craft tonight. Just lots going on in the personal life, job stuff. Not always a good topic to talk about. So there's part of our little pie here, but we still need more. So I'm just gonna do, actually that won't work. Actually, yeah, we'll do one more in the green. Because I think we're going to have a lot of blue happening, potentially. Because it's slots of 7. Hello, how are you? I am making a spinny wheel draw, because I'm doing 2 draws tonight. And I probably should have done this ahead of time, but I didn't. kind of my style. I didn't realize how long it was going to take for me to work on these tonight. Oh well. Usually I'm here for a good hour anyway. When we get to the card class stuff to replay, it'll be a lot quicker. So there's that getting filled in. So I need 2 more slots. So I'm just going to bring in this blue. And hopefully I can get the perfect size. Yes, I can. And I'm just using some scrap older card packs that I've got kicking around here. So I'm just going to get 2 of these traced out for my sample. Alright, so that's 2 traced out on that nice blue paper. Gotta get it cut right down the middle here. Okay, there's 1. Then the last one here. And then we can assemble this spinny wheel. And then we gotta do it all over again. So this is the larger one. Even though the circle is actually smaller, but this is the larger of pieces. All right, so now I got my 7 total pieces. Now I can kind of, you know, just kind of figure out where they all go. Like so. There we go. So that's kind of more or less there. Not quite exact, but now we're going to start gluing them down one by one. And this is where the fun begins of making it exactly where I want to put them. And I'm just using our Seal Plus because that's my favorite. That way hopefully everything nicely seals down well. And it's okay if it's a little lopsided because I only cut 1 triangle out of the original just to kind of make the concept. So it's not perfectly sized. I'm sure more time and effort I can come up with a better system, but I don't know, I really like doing these. I'm starting to get a collection of them now. More the better. So how this prize thing works, I guess I should explain that, is so this one's actually based on purchases. This draw for this one is based on purchases for April. I have 7 people who made an awesome purchase. And then the one I do every week is based on people who comment on the video, the weekly video. So after this one, we have 5 people who commented on the video, which is awesome. Oh, I just lopsided that one pretty darn good. Come on. Nah, come on. Don't go on me yet. I'm gonna have to put a little more glue on there. Alright, it's good enough. It's good enough. I'll have to put a little more glue if it's gonna catch. Alright. So then next up, I need a pokey stick. I've got one here because we got puncture something in the center, so that way it'll spin. Cap that for a moment. So through the center, give it a good poke with the pokey stick. And just kind of work out a nice center circle. So we'll come back to this in a bit. We'll do the draws at once, but I just want to make the circles first. So let's get the hard part over first. All right, that's 1. Now let's do it all over again. So So here's the other one. So I'm just going to cut one triangle. And because the beauty of this coming from the internet, hopefully it is nicely sized. So what I used to do is actually cut all the pieces out. And I'm like, you know what? I think they're all the same size. Alright, so that, whoops, I'm knocking things over. Okay, that is cut. So let's do a quick testy. Yeah, that's there. That's there. That's more or less there. Yeah, we're good. Alright. So then, the attempt would be similar colors, except these pieces are now too small. That's fine. That's why I've got more pieces to choose from. So I'm just going to throw, as we go, some of these back into my little baggie. So let's look at the next best here. I have a whole whack of these, part of the memories and more card pack, and I think these would suffice for some of what. So I need a total of 5. So let's get this one going with the beautiful floral. And now the advantage is I can cheat by using some of what's existing for the shape. So there's one right there. And because this is a pattern of 5, try to have, you know, at least 2 different patterns. So there's one. And we have a second one of the same. So we'll do the same again, but we're going to swap it up a little differently. Just trying to think best way to do this. Or we're going to do the same thing again. Why not? So there's 2. We might end up having 3 patterns at this rate. That's okay. And the good news is of tonight's video, after this, we're only going to do the card class stuff. Because most weeks I end up doing more of my Christmas stuff. I do 2 Christmas cards, a animal card. So I'm just looking through these in case I see a pattern I like to continue on. Ooh, that's pretty. Actually, I kind of like the tulips. That's the odd one out. And then let's, actually I like those. Except I want a little more pink in this. Let's see. Yeah, okay, we'll do those 3. It's gonna be pretty. So again, best I can, just line up and go. Whoops, I kind of drew outside the line. So now I have a bit of idea what I'm doing. I'm just going to keep tracing. And then we'll finish up shortly. And hopefully next week I won't have to do another round of circles. Oh yeah, so next week, I gotta tell you, I will not be live. I will be at a local event, which I'm really excited about. So that shall be exciting indeed. So next week's video will be pre-recorded this weekend and posted for next week. So if you want to check me out on what I'm making, it'll be something for the new catalog, like new catalog type stuff. I'm not 100% sure exactly what my concept's going to be, but it'll feature something newish. Because we got the new catalog. Alright, so now I can cut these out. I already have a potential card layout. I just got to get around to finishing up my concept. Alright, so I got one of those. And I love these Memories and More card packs. They're just really, I mean, you know what? If you know this thing, these are really great for organization, scrapbooking. They're really, really cool. They're like some of my favorite products that we have. And I try to buy a lot of these when they're on clearance, and I think there are still 1 or 2 on clearance right now. Because they're just really, really pretty. And they're great for basic, hey, I want to throw a card together, but I don't know what to use. And what's interesting is this one's called, I think, Flowers for Every Season. Let me see the name of it again, because I've covered it. I mean, it's retired, but what's great about it is the colors are so coordinated together. Yeah, Flowers for Every Season, yeah. That if I look up online what the coordinating colors are, I kind of know what they are by looking at it. But they're fascinating on color coordination, which is so important in the world of Stampin' Up. So I still have bits left of this. I also have some stickers from this card pack. So even though, again, this is not current, but the idea I'm trying to say is these packs are wonderful for just doing some fun card stuff, or even scrapbooking, notebooks, whatever does you for crafting. So there, I'm going to put that aside. I'm going to glue these down because I think we have enough. Alright, so I'll just kind of, sort of. There we go, just to kind of know where's everything going. My seal, let's bring it back. And then we can really get started with tonight. The fun part of tonight. And these are so easy to make. All you need is, you know, a printer, go download a picture online, print it twice, have some scrapbook, pretty papers, even just solid color paper, this can still work. But I like how this turns out really, really nicely. Okay, and one more. I got a little bit of glue on the edge. I just fold it back so I can get this in place. And there we go. There's our second wheel. Easy peasy. Just takes a little bit of time, but super easy. Now this one I still have to punch a hole in the center. So I'll bring back the pokey stick. There we go. And then I have a brad that I use, but I use the same one each week, so I really should get around to just put one on each puzzle, or each circle. So here's the existing one from last week, or last time. So that's just another previous one I made using Butterfly Kisses. So let's do the 5-piece version now. And I'll tell you in a moment what the prize is for this, once I get going here. Of course, this little Brad is so beat up, is not wanting to cooperate with me. That's okay. I don't think I made the hole big enough, too. Alright, let me figure this out. Come on, little bugger. I'm like, easy peasy. Yeah, I have to make it hard. Okay, I gotta put through. Yeah, I gotta get one for each one of these. I just like to reuse it. I have a pack somewhere around here. All right, and I make sure it's nicely lifted up. That way, it's very 3D like, so it can, once it's nicely seated. And the idea is, look at that spin. That's cool, eh? So, this one is 5 pieces. So I number 1, 2, 3, number 4, 5. Okay. So now we're finally ready to get started. So for the people who commented in last week's video, this is what this is for. I have their names right here written ahead of time. And the prize for last week, so what happened last week is I made this ahead of time, and I made this on video. They're both the same card, but techniques done a little differently. This one, I used blending brushes to do the border of the purple, the orchid, and the pink. This one, I used colored watercolor pencils to get the similar effect. So I think the favorite from last week was this one versus that one, but they're still really cool cards. And this was the Construction Zone paper, which you wouldn't even think of it, but it was so cute. And I used the 3 ink colors, the Fresh Freesia, Gorgeous Grape, Orchid Oasis, and Water Painter in the colors. Really pretty. So the prize tonight is one of these, and this is a nice thick heavy because I got layers and layers of paper. So we're gonna draw for that. Now there's no super technique. I just like to put this between 1 and 5. I know it's upside down. It's just I'm right-handed. So I'm gonna do a test. Make sure it spins, and then we're gonna go for real. I move my head away, and here we go. Number 3 is Jenny. So Jenny wins the card, and I know she liked the second one I made better. So Jenny wins this card. Congrats, Jenny. So I'm gonna put that off to the side for her. She's got 2 prizes she's accumulated actually lately. Go Jenny. So then this one will go into the pile for other purposes. All right, so that is done. Now we're gonna flip this over to the other spinny wheel. And let's do this again. And this paper is from one of the celebration papers from years ago, because I made the first I think wheel out of it when I first started doing this a while back. And then this one's cooperating today. Alright, so that's in. Make sure it's got a nice gap. Give that a couple good spins. I just like spinning it. Alright, so then right side, I like to start this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now what's interesting is my sting is bigger than the actual circle, so that's okay. Hey Angelique. So this is the prize for purchases for, I was gonna turn this the other way because I'm right-handed. Purchases for April. I have the list of names here for everybody who made a purchase in April. So I'm gonna start between 1 and 7, do a test, make sure it's working, and then here we go. Oh, number 2. Jenny wins again. Congrats, Jenny. So the prize for the monthly purchases is a little different. What I do is I hand out a sample pack of Designer Series paper. And it's usually 12-piece DSP. I will be following up with her on what that will be. And that'll be something that I choose my collection. Generally, it's retired paper, but it's still awesome paper. So there we go, 2 new spinny wheels. So now we can get started. This is one of my older ones. So we can get going on tonight's project, since that took longer than I anticipated. I'm just moving a few things around. Buddy is curled up under me, and Ivy is a ninja nearby, but it's all good. All right, so I kind of talked a little bit about, I don't know if I did or not, I can't remember. The description, yes, I did mention in the post I made earlier today, talking about this class. So this is the Planted Paradise stamp set. This was in the previous mini catalog from January to April, and thankfully this is now in the new catalog effective yesterday. And what's cool about this stamp set is, I mean, already it looks really cool. It's plants and pots, but if you notice, like for example, the two pots, they're the same size. That's the detailed version. That's the solid color version. These stamps are reversible. That is really, really neat. So let me show you. So some of these you can tell are well loved already. But yeah, they're reversible. So you just decide if you want the texture side or the solid side. So they're really, really neat and fun to use. So to save time for tonight, I've already stamped what these are. And a couple other stamp sets I used. I'll try to put the materials button on at near the end. Was Softly Sophisticated was another cool stamp set, and it was a celebration one, and Heartfelt Hellos, but I think that one is actually a current. I should look that up because I'm trying to keep track of what's my current stamp sets, because now that we have a whole new collection. So I think Heartfelt Hellos was a online exclusive. I might be wrong. I'll have to look it up. Alright, so I've got the cards I made already. I'm just going to put them off to the side. I'm not ready to show yet. And then I'm going to pull out my material. So, the card class is actually 4 cards. Now, when you look at this, you're probably like, why is it looking like a snowman? We're in spring summer mode. I know. I designed this back when it was winter. And when I saw that you can use these stamps to use more than just plants and pots, you can create a really neat, look of, hey, it's like a spring snowman or a spring creature monster. I don't know. This is not my design. I actually found these online when I was researching, trying to come up with what to do for this class, and I saw this and I'm like, I just had to do it. It looks so cute. All right, I can babble forever. All right, so I'm gonna do the cards in the same order that we did. I'm just trying to remember here. So we'll do the snowman friend first. I'm just looking at my one I did my class to remind myself what the pieces are. And so I got all these materials here, lots and lots of materials. So first for the Mr. Snowman, Mr. and Mrs. Snowman, I want the Lost Lagoon cardstock. I also want, let me see here, a purple gorgeous Grape designer series paper, which is the purple side. And then this side is again the Lost Lagoon or Pretty Peacock. I don't know. I call it Lost Lagoon. This side, even though that's really pretty too. And then for the inside is just a blank piece of white. And this card's pretty straightforward and simple. So take the Lost Lagoon, fold in half. My bone folder is on the table. And then that blank white just goes on the inside, no problem. That way, 2 reasons, because it's a colored cardstock. You can certainly write on it, definitely possible, because it's not black. But it also thickens up the inside. I do this for my card classes, depending on the cards I'm making. I don't always do this, but it's also a good technique sometimes to put another, even if it's white on white, it's really useful because what if you go to write a card and then you just completely misspell the name or the phrase? You can pull that out and put a different one in. Alright. So then, this goes on top, just to kind of give like a tone on tone. And again, I'm going to use the glue. And that just goes on top, kind of like, it might be Pretty Peacock actually. Oh, I just put on crooked. Now, I use the stronger glue, so you have to like grab it right away before it really sticks, or else it can come off, but you're ripping everything to get it off. Okay, that's good enough. And then the purple, we won't see much of it, but if you want it directional, be sure you put it directional. Now this, I'm just going to use glue again. There we go. And then our snowman friend goes on. I'm going to put on with dimensionals. Now the hello there came from, I think, Softly Sophisticated stamp set. Now my dimensionals are here somewhere. There they are, a whole new pack here. And it's just a, so what's fun about this card is it's still a really basic card, but it's fun to just layer. You get the cardstock, you got the greeny, bluey color depending on what you call your colors. You got the purple, and then you got the white all decked out. The inks I used was Lost Lagoon and Gorgeous Grape, and I really inked this one really well. And the paper, to be fair, I did use other white paper, hence why you can see through it. I try to use scraps as much as possible because I have so much paper here. It's good to try to use up what I can. Also helps the budget. And then also you won't see once it's glued on. So there we go. There is our friendly snowman creature card. Really super cute. Nice blank inside. Easy to personalize, and away we go. So that's card 1. Alright. My original design was done like this, where I had white cardstock at the time, and I just kind of mucked away around just to get the general idea. I actually kind of like this one, actually. Alright, so moving on. Oh, I forget which order we did these in, but I'll just do whatever. Alright, so let's do... Just looking at my notes. I'm forgetting which is which. Okay, let's do that one, that one, that one. We need a blank for the inside. And then the card base is Crumb Cake. And this is like one of my favorite colors. It's like a craft kind of paper. This color is great for Christmas. It's great for nature. Like, this is... I bought this cardstock a couple times. It is my favorite. Alright, so I got that folded in half. And then take the blank white. And this can go on the inside. Again, that whole thicken the inside of the card if you want. And then it, as well, it helps if you want to add something to the inside or customize it, personalize later, or do something else with a white piece of cardstock, which can be super useful. So back to the front. So then this one, I had pre-stamped ahead in the purple, the Gorgeous Grape Hello, and that is from the Heartfelt Hello stamp, I believe. And that's going to go on front, and I'm going to use dimensionals just to kind of step it up a little tiny bit to go on the front of the card, just to kind of give it a little more personality. You can tell that's beautiful, eh? The inking on that is again the Gorgeous Grape and Lost Lagoon. They're like my two current favorite colors. And all the decorative paper, this is from the Perennial Lavender. All of this is Perennial Lavender paper, and it's current because that carried over into the new collection, which is exciting, which I'm so glad I did because I love purple. So it is really pretty. Because when I saw this paper had a little bit of that crumb cake look to it, I'm like, I gotta use some crumb cake in this. Alright, so I got that ready, glue it on. And then take this crumb cake gingham, and this gets glued on normally, and you know, offset, whatever you want to call the orientation of the thing. Just really neat and cool. Try to get it centered, because I did not have it centered. Alright, there we go. And then this gets glued on with dimensionals. And this is the second card. Really cute. Like, so I did a couple cards using kind of more the basic, hey, it's the plants, it's pretty, pair it with the Perennial Lavender. And I did, and then of course there was the snow creature. It just was so cute when I saw it online. I'm like, I gotta do it. Yeah, all these I found online based on other demos. So something about the Stampin' Up! World, if you do something called case, it is copy and share everything. It's encouraged to go seek out other people's designs and try them out. And that's the beauty of Stampin' Up! And other crafty stuff. So there we go. That's card number 2. And yeah, there is my other versions. Done. That's the original one I did, because I didn't ink it as well. But yeah, done and done. Really cute, eh? Alright, so I'm leaving the best for last. Maybe. But then again, I heard this one was a favorite among some of the members. So I need this. This is again the Perennial Lavender paper. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Then we got this. And the You're in My Thoughts, I believe, is again from the Softly Sophisticated Stamps. Need that. The flower in the flower pot. Again, the purple. And purple cardstock. Gorgeous Grape. So I'm going to get that folded in half. Yeah, because I think someone said this was their favorite card that we did. And I originally did this one with the white card base. I gotta show you at the end the difference of the white versus the purple, and it's the exact same card. It's fascinating. Oh, I also need a white for the inside. A white blank. Almost forgot. Because, yeah, purple is pretty dark for the inside, but it can still work if you want to write on it. Because you gotta have a good marker or something. Or just get white. Another thing you can do, I don't really do it often, and I really should do it, is you can put decorative paper on the inside of the card. It is totally fine. You can stamp on the inside of the card. You can do so much on the inside of the card. My upline demonstrator, she likes to do like a little stamping in the corner all the time. Alright. So that's the inside. And then I'm going to take this beautiful paper. I could do either side, but realistically, the greeny blue doesn't quite suit it. So this does, because you got the greeny and the blue and the purple. And I think a little tiny bit of fresh Freesia in there too. Like the pink. And it's just really, really pretty. So this goes on with regular glue. We're not stepping, I mean, you could step it up with the dimensionals, but we'll have opportunity for that soon. And then something to keep in mind, direction is key. It doesn't totally matter, but it can, depending on the audience of who's receiving the card. So put that on, cool. And then this You're in My Thoughts is going to go on with dimensionals to start stepping it up. Alrighty, so then that goes on. Try as center as possible if you can. It's okay if it's a little off. Alright, so then next up, we've got these two pieces left over. So this gets glued on there. Nice and centered. So let's do that. Get some generous amount of glue. And again, this gets mostly covered, but if direction matters, make sure the direction is good for the paper. And then finally, this goes on with dimensionals. And that's really, really pretty. I couldn't believe the difference of this card once you put that purple cardstock in the background. I will show you. I gotta show you. It's amazing by just changing the color of the cardstock, how it totally changes the card. Because when I originally designed this, I did not have the purple, so that was on my upcoming order. And once it came in, I'm like, this is a game changer. Alright, so make sure my direction is correct. Kind of, sort of, make sure the sides are good. And then this kind of sort of nicely on there. There we go. So, here's the reveal. Here is the exact same card. Fine, I might have changed the stamping and the phrase, okay. But it's this more or less the same paper, same, but in white. Look at the difference. It's unbelievable. And yeah, this is lightly stamped, but just that purple border really made it pop. Alright, that was awesome. And of course, this is the other one that we did in the class. But yeah, that white versus, the purple makes it so much better. Thank you. It is cute. And then lastly, this is a fun one. Oh, and also, at the time I designed this, I did this with other scrap papers, and this looks really cute too. So it's also fun. Now this could have been done in a different color for the white, but it was still cute. I forget what colors those were, but that's okay. Now the last one, this is the fun one. So first take the white cardstock, fold in half. I'll go this way. Because this paper, for some reason, I don't know, might have been my scrap bin or something. It's a little different. Alright, so then it's going to go landscape orientation tonight. Yeah, the purple with the peach. Yeah, that would be really neat. I might try that. I don't know. I only have so much of the peach left. It's a retired paper. So then take this again, this beautiful paper. So I could use that side. You know what? Because I actually did it with this side. Let's try it with this. I just got to see the difference. Okay, so this is going to go on with dimensionals. This could really... I want to see the difference of the two cards. This is going to be fascinating. If this is going to work or not. I would have done it in the purple, but I already have one in the purple. So let's do it differently. And it's fun to experiment, even though I've done, at the end of this video, with all these cards have been done 3 or 4 times. It's just fun to sometimes change it up a little time each time. That way they're all uniquely different, and it's just interesting to see what comes up for concepts. You know, gives an idea to learn, like, what works, like, versus the other one with the white cardstock versus the purple. So, let's check my original. Alright, so then this gets glued on, centered. And we got a little bit of white border. And then we're going to bring this in. And that gets glued on with dimensionals again. I think you can kind of see where we're going with this. Maybe. Maybe. We had a good laugh during class. Someone who looked at this piece and they were like, I forget what she said exactly, but the way this was made her think of like the Grim Reaper or something. I'm like, it's not what I was going for, but that was pretty funny. Maybe I'll look at that for Halloween with those stamps, eh? And again, this is using that Planted Paradise stamps. I almost forgot the name of it. And it's peeling off all the white caps. And yeah, I was using, again, scrap paper just to get by. That way I can use it all up. So then, yeah, kind of try to center it. There we go. So, yeah, the purple would have been better, but it still looks good. So then I still have left over these 2 pieces. Now, this is where I got to bring in the scissors again. Trim the white off. That. There we go. So then that goes on with dimensionals. And I will show you in just a moment where it goes. I'll put 3. Because it's like a circle. And this flower pot, if you haven't guessed by now, goes on there. And I think you can tell what we're spelling here. So then this fresh freesia, I'm just going to cut out this flower. One of the doodles is restless. That's Ivy. She's like, Mommy, we're ready for a walk. Yes, we almost are. Yeah, and it's 10 to 8. My watch just chirped. Alright. I don't know if anyone has a smartwatch. And I don't know if you do. Don't know if you follow the exercise idea. So, for once in a while, you see people doing this. Because I haven't stood up in an hour. I haven't moved my hand enough, so as I'm wiggling my hand, I am gonna glue this flower on with dimensionals. And there is, oh, and lastly, that goes on the inside. And there is that card. So, yeah, not as great with that crumb cake flowery background. I just wanted to try it differently, just to see what it looked like. I'll show you the original idea in a moment. Once I glue that down, there we go. So, this is the one I did for the class. So yeah, definitely the purple makes it pop even more. It's the same card, just differently done. And then this was the original design with slightly different perennial lavender paper, but still really cute. Yeah, it's 10-2. Come on. Because, oh, I got it. Yay, I got it. Oh, I got my 12 for the day finally. Yay. Okay. That 12, that stand credits at 12 a day, at least 12 of the, how's it go? 12 hours, but every hour try to stand up and move around. Anyway, so there we go. So yeah, that is the last card. Pretty, eh? Yeah, I'm mixed about the crumb cake. It is nice. I would say less white because the purple made it jump out even more. And then even that purple looks nice too. So that is the sum of all the cards. So there we go. So for me, I've got a whole batch of cards available. So as usual, I'll be drawing out a name next week. But is it next week? No, I won't be, because next week I'm not live. I am at a school event. So the following week I will draw the name. That way it gives people a chance to comment on the video in the upcoming 7 days, because it's not fair if I record the video tomorrow night and then I don't know who's commenting. Alright, so yeah, this one is really nice, that purple. And yeah, and this is just fun with how you can take a beautiful stamp set, a really nice designer series paper, and make a whole batch of cards. So there we go. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Next, yeah, and then the new catalog is out. I'm not, well, you know what? I got a few minutes. Let me grab it. But I got a doodle underneath me. Bear with me one moment. I got a couple ways of grabbing one. Buddy woke up. Easier said than done. Okay, that was a bit of a mess behind me. So, new catalog. Here we go. I had the box behind me, but of course I had something heavy on top, and I'm trying to grab it the worst possible way ever. So the brand new catalog. It's really nice actually. It took me a bit to warm up to it. We'll talk about it for a few minutes, because this catalog is good for an entire year. So if you want a copy, as long as you're in Canada, I can send you one. And yeah, I'll send one free of charge, because this is really nice. Now, what's interesting about this catalog this year, so what happens is it goes for an entire year. Let me turn off my links, that way it makes things a little easier to see. So it goes from May 2024, so effective, whoops, yesterday. And I just dropped a piece of paper on Buddy. And it goes until April 2025, so it's an entire year. Now with Stampin' Up, just to help kind of clarify, we have catalog collection, so annual catalog collection, and then we have mini catalog collection, which there's none right now. The next mini will be September to December, and that's usually holidays, Christmas. And the mini catalog that we have later in the year usually has a little more complicated projects shown, like in concepts, but really great holiday, Christmas, Halloween, and Thanksgiving, fall type stuff. And then we have something called online exclusives, which is meaning exclusively online, meaning it's not in the catalog, it's only on the website. It's available to everyone who can purchase off the website. Because I know some people get confused about thinking online exclusives means like a host exclusive. No, it's just online exclusive. Now the difference is anything in this catalog, because it's a 1-year term, is a general guaranteed the products are available for the year. Now the mini catalog that comes out later this year, September to December, those products are guaranteed more or less, hopefully within stock availability for those 4 months. Now, online exclusives, they're available only while supplies last. So it's challenging for planning for card stuff and classes and that. So anyway, but that's kind of how to clarify. So we have a whole brand new catalog, and that Planted Paradise stamp is in here. Now something else that's really neat about the catalog is you see this really nice floral, like nice, like grass, nature, backyard party. This is actually textured. You can kind of see some of the leaves. So this is like a different texture than the leaves. It is actually fascinating as a catalog. And on the back here, I think we have to love what we do and share what we love as we help others enjoy creativity and worthwhile accomplishments. In this, we make a difference. So this is really nice. All right. Now, what's also different about this catalog this year is they really designed it almost like an introductory to what is paper crafting. So we got Sarah and Shelly, mother-daughter founders. Well, she was a co-founder, and that's her daughter. But there's a page I gotta highlight, and it's like my favorite page in here. And yes, there's a lot of like information, and we got card packs and stuff. They got teas. Like, even if people are not interested in purchasing, this catalog has ideas on crafting. So this is my favorite page. They're explaining a little bit about basic card design. So half this book, yes, I will send you a copy. Half this book is like a how-to, which is fascinating. And what's neat is it's hard to tell on the screen, but all these are card sketches, ideas to help people feel inspired, including these card sketches. And they're fascinating. Like, they don't tell you measurements. It's just you kind of have to eyeball and kind of get the idea layout, and it's so easy to do. It's sometimes complicated, but it's really fun just looking at inspiration. Anyway, I just had to share. So what's fascinating about being a Stamped Up demo is I've seen this catalog for over a month. I could not open it up until like yesterday to share to the public. So yeah. And of course they got like information, products, and on and on and on. We got organization, we got stamps, we got lots of stuff here. But just wanted to share that they actually went a direction on going for an audience that is new to paper crafting. So it's a really great catalog of just, hey, looking for inspiration ideas. Alrighty, so that's like my little pitch about the new catalog. But pretty. They're saying mix and match, yeah. And then there's even these two pages, top 10 tools, which is fascinating. So they really tried to design this to help educate, what are some great top 10 tools, little paper snip scissors, multi-purpose glue. I have this glue, it's not my favorite, but it is fun. There's the dimensionals. We've got the little ink spots, which is the same size as these guys. As an example, that we have packs where you can get 8 colors for $36, which is handy. We've got 2 of the blocks. Now these blocks, this is the kind of show. I usually take this block to events. You can tell it's pretty thin versus that. This is the full size blocks. So this here is featuring, I think, yeah, is it block D? Yeah, they're actually labeled block D, and the next block is bigger, as an example. And then they're suggesting, as a great basics, a saying hey stamp set is what they're recommending for just easy phrases like congrats, good looking, you can do this, I'm so glad you exist, hey, I like that, thanks, I love you, I miss your face. I miss your face, that's funny, happy birthday, and then insert clever message here. Oh, that is really cute. They're also showing on here a modern oval hole punch, which is handy to just say cut paper of that nice oval shape. They're suggesting, envelopes, note cards and envelopes as a basics. There's the chamois, which mine is here. Can you believe this used to be the same thing? This was actually one piece, but we cut it in half for events. it is well loved. And then lastly, the book likes to suggest is, hey, your friendly demo is here to help you, and that's what I'm here to do. And I'm gonna end tonight's video. All right, thank you. As a reminder, next week's video will be pre-recorded. I will have it uploaded here on Facebook for 7 p.m. Same on YouTube, and then away we go. Have a great night.